67 of my daily video vlogs. It is, let me look here, March the 25th, 2015. It is, well, right now it's Wednesday. You'll probably see this on Thursday because I upload them overnight, and the videos always come out as close to 7 o'clock as possible because it's a good time to put them out. But and you'll see, yesterday I was in a different shirt because my son said you need to wear a different shirt. I was looking for yet a different shirt to wear that was light colored, but it seems like all of my shirts are dark. So I have like 2 light colored shirts. And the reason I wear a light colored shirt is because I have this light up here, see the light? And it absorbs it in the dark. So I don't have enough light. And I'm going to have to buy some new light because I'm one more day closer to my green screen coming. And I really want to do that green screen. I think it's going to be awesome. Anyway, let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about you. At least something that you should know. Maybe it'll make your day better. And if I'm looking up this way, it's because I'm looking at my computer screen. Because I don't have a room where I can put this computer screen above the camera. And the camera is right in front of my 2 screens. In fact, let me bring it to here. You can see that there's my 2 screens, and it sits right there in the corner. So I'm looking off at this screen here. That screen just has icons and stuff. Anyway, let's see if I can put this back down where it was without it falling over. Hopefully I put it back to where it was so that you're not getting, there's lights over on this side, and hopefully that's good. Anyway, let's see here. So I'm looking off on this side of the screen, and it's a story about, I can't believe it. Oh, so I talked yesterday about Microsoft Windows 10, and a couple days ago I talked about Magic Leap, and it seems to be the one thing people like is for me to talk about tech stuff, because I'm into tech stuff, and I find these stories. So there's a story that is out. It says it was out February 27th, and I didn't catch it. Because I look for this stuff, but I didn't catch it. So it's about, about a month old. It says Apple is going to start doing virtual reality. And you say, well, what's that big news? You know, usually Apple is the first one to market when they market something big and new. You know, you look at the iPod, okay? Now, I remember when the iPod came out, and I think I don't have one of the originals. This is my wife's. This is not one of the originals, but it's close. I think it's like the 2nd or 3rd generation. It's the iPod. It's the iPod Classic. I think it's out of power right now, but it still works. It really works well. It has a, I think 100 gig hard drive in them. Look how thick that is. Look how big. This is a 2. This is an iPod Touch 2. And let's see. So here is a iPod non-touch original. I wish I had the screen on because I didn't think about it. So it has no touch. It has the wheel. And man, when I got one of these, I got one of the iPod 1s, and I thought it was just honestly the greatest thing ever. Now there is original, and you can see here, you can see there. Now this is an iPod Touch 2. It's all cracked, but it's a 2. And this is a 3. Have that. And then this is my iPhone. That's my iPhone 4S. And you're saying you have a 4S? So yes, I have an iPhone 4S, and I like the phone. I finally dropped it here 2 months ago. So it's got a big crack at the top. But that's not really the reason why I would replace it. The back camera doesn't work very well. It's very foggy. And the battery is starting to run bad, and it doesn't have, it's 16 gig, it just doesn't have enough space. And if I'm going to buy another one, I have to have something with 32 gigs or more. I wish the one thing that I would change in the iPhone would be to have a SD card slot, but I know why they don't. Oh, I know why they don't. Doing a study, I wanted to find out what is the cost to Apple to go from the 8 in the phone and the iPods, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, keep going up from there. And each cost, when you look at where they're buying the RAM from and how they have to, it's about $5. But yet they'll charge $100 for the next step up from 8 to 16. So they're making 20 times on the cost. That's why there's no. If it wasn't the reason, they would add an SD card slot, a little micro SD card slot, because they could. I've opened these up before. I've repaired them. There's room. There is room. But they don't, and that's because they don't want to. They want you to buy the more expensive phone. That's the way life is. If you want the Apple iPhone, that's the way life is. I think eventually they'll have to, but right now, they're the largest. I'm not talking about Android operating system. I'm talking about specific phone, because the Android as a whole beats Apple iPhone, although it's close now. But the iPhone is the biggest selling phone over all the rest of them. But so you look at that, and there were, getting back to why I said that, the iPod was not the first MP3 player, but it was a step above everything, and it became the market leader. The iPad was not the first tablet. In fact, we had sold tablets in our store, not touch tablets the same way, but tablets where you could write, and they weren't the first touch tablets either, but they were a step above everybody. And by far, in my opinion, still the best tablet out there. But when they first came out, they certainly were the best tablet out there, by far. Now I still think I have an iPad 4, and my wife has a mini. My son Andrew has a mini that he saved up for. I think it's, in my opinion, and I've used the other tablets, and you know, I got a tablet today. Somebody came in the store and wanted to sell it. They had used it twice. It was one of those Walmart $80 specials, and I got a good price on it. And honestly, it says quad core, but on the box, but a quad core of what? I don't know. But it worked pretty good for. I have it on the store on the floor for $59.99, and it comes with a case and a keyboard and a stylus. And it's actually a pretty decent one if you just want to do the basics, little 7-inch tablet. So they've come a long way in tablets. But Apple really revolutionized that area. Not that they were first, but they were better. And usually, like, their laptops, in my opinion, are better. Their screens are better. They come out with the higher resolution stuff sooner, better. Their phones are better, again, in my opinion. There are some great Android phones. I've played with them, but I just like the Apple. So there's a little debate on which one is the best, but when Apple comes out with stuff, it's usually a step above everybody else, like this new watch that's coming out. I'm not going to buy it because of the cost and the little bitty screen, but I do see the appeal of it. Now, one thing that I have not seen Apple do is this virtual reality stuff. With, you know, we talk about the Microsoft HoloLens, the Magic Leap, the Oculus Rift, and Apple has been nowhere to be seen until now. And there are rumors they are going to copy. This is what this article says, and here's a picture, and I will put in the description a link. You can read it for yourself. It's from BGR.com, and it was an article from Zach Epstein on February 27th, 2015. He's talking about how Samsung has come out with a leader, not, well, at this point, the leader in virtual reality, which is Oculus, because the other two things haven't come out yet. And Oculus, I have been thinking about getting an Oculus just to, one of the things I love to do is there's several gamers out there. You can go search the internet, they play games, they record the screen and then they record them and they use Oculus. And it really looks like a lot of fun, and they get a lot of views. But I think it would be interesting to let you see it, unpack it, see how it works. I never see the video on how does it work, but that would be cool. But $400, so save my pennies. So Samsung, who is creating this Gear VR and Oculus and all that stuff, Gear VR is the lower cost, is working on that for their phones. And it says that Apple, it looks like Apple is going to try to copy that technology and make it better. They said that in the article, and this news is not released by Apple. The reason they know about this stuff is that people scan the patents for this technology. And when you see Apple and a patent, and it's not something they've already done, it just kind of screams out at you, what are they doing? And you start reading, what's this patent for? And these patents, it says there's a handful of patents were recently uncovered that proved Apple was at least thinking about VR. And now some new jobs listing discovered by 9 to 5 Mac suggest Apple's VR plans are getting pretty serious. That means they're hiring people from these other companies that are working on VR. They're getting them to come to work to Apple to make a plan. So what my main thing was, I'm not surprised that they're doing the VR. What I'm surprised at is they've pulled a Microsoft. What do I mean by that? Microsoft in the past has always lagged behind Apple to the point where it seems like they're copying Apple. And I'll be the first one to tell you, if you look back at the earlier operating systems, it looked like they copied Apple. Go look at Apple, the first Macintosh. And I think I had a video on screenshots. You go look at the first Macintosh and look at Windows 1 and look at the similarities. It just, if they didn't copy it, that's an awfully big, it's an awfully big coincidence. It looks like they copied it. And, they were late to the, not from Apple, but they were late to the browser. Netscape was the big dog until Internet Explorer came around. And they were late to the phone. When they had a terrible phone was their first thing. They were late to that. Late to the touch market with their different devices. But they're not late. Well, in a sense, they're not first. But they're going to be second or third in the big market. There's probably other companies that are out there. But Oculus, HoloLens, and Magic Leap are the three big ones right now. And Apple has always been the first to market. Not that there wasn't other people, but they were the first really big dog to market. And now, it looks like they're not the one that's the first to market. So I don't know what happened at Apple that they didn't see this coming. Because if I've seen it coming, there's smarter people that work for Apple than me. And so, whenever when I find it, I'll let you know. So I thought that was very interesting, and it's been a long day, and so that's really all I had for today. So I want to ask you a question. Please leave me a comment to this question. And the question is, how do you feel about this virtual reality stuff? Do you think Apple is late to market with this? Do you think they're going to be able to make an impact? Well, I hope so. And the reason I say I hope so is because if they can make an impact and all these other companies, it'll just make big competition to make the best products. I don't want companies that are lazy with their stuff. I want the best stuff, not in 10 years. I want the best stuff now. Maybe in 10 years I won't want it. But anyway, so what do you feel about it? Do you think Apple is late to market? Are you looking forward to this? Are you going to buy some of this stuff? I really think within 10 years, it will just be, 10 years ago, there wasn't any of this stuff. 10 years ago, there was nothing like the iPhones. I mean, there was phones, but nothing like the iPhones and stuff like that. Nothing like we have now. And 10 years from now, they're going to develop stuff that's hologram projection stuff that you walk into the grocery store, and there it is. And it's just going to be advertisements and fun, and you're not even going to have to wear glasses, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, YouTube, it's been nice talking with you today. And until tomorrow, you have a good day. Bye.